go to Somalia now, where the country's new president, Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo, has appointed a prime minister. Farmajo tapped Somali-born Norwegian national Hassan Ali Khaire early on Thursday, and this came just before he departed to Saudi Arabia for his first foreign trip since his inauguration on Wednesday. The political newcomer is a former executive of the British energy explorer Soma Oil and Gas. He also served as the Horn of Africa regional chief for the Norwegian Refugee Council aid group. That was between 2011 and 2014. His appointment now awaits the Parliament's approval. The president's choice, though, appears hinged on balancing clan interests in Somalia. Khaire is a member of the Highway clan, while Farmajo is from the Darod clan. Well, for more on this now, we're joined live from Mogadishu by CGTN's Abdulaziz Bilo. Abdulaziz, tell us more about this man, Hassan Khaire, and why he is the president's choice.
Well, Lindy, very little is known of this new political newcomer who's was appointed by President Farmajo, as the country was still in celebratory mood, celebrating the inauguration of Somalia's 9th president, Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo. Well, experts here are saying that this is a repeat of history. We remember in 2010, the then president, Sheikh Sharif Sheikh Ahmed, announced the current president, Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo, as his pick for the position of prime minister. And experts were raising questions about his inability to deliver and the questions about the position he was going to take. But then again, according to experts, Farmajo proved to be an ideal prime minister then. So it's more of a reverse of what's happening right now. The president appointed Hassan Khaire as his nominee rather for the position of prime minister. He awaits a parliamentary approval. He was the former director of the Soma Oil and Gas, a British company that's going to start the exercise of searching for oil and gas here in Somalia. And he had better days. He had his education in Norway and the United Kingdom before he came back to Africa, where he started his career as a humanitarian worker. He worked with the Norwegian Refugee Council before he moved to Soma Oil and Gas. So he's an experienced businessman, and according to President Farmajo, before he left for Saudi Arabia, he said that he has confidence in Hassan Ali Khaire as his prime minister, and he called on Parliament to approve his endorsement, saying that it's time to deliver for the Somali people.
And as you say, of course, the president is confident in his choice, but will Parliament agree? Is there any reason to think that Parliament might pose any hurdles on this appointment?
Well, Lindy, in the past, if we look at the history of Somali Parliament and the president and the appointment of prime minister, there's been no prime minister who has failed to be endorsed by the federal parliament. So before Farmajo departed for Saudi Arabia, he called on Parliament to endorse his candidate, saying that he sees him as a visionary leader and a leader who can fulfill on the campaign pledges President Farmajo made to the Somali public during his campaign. So definitely Hassan Ali Khaire will have to go to Parliament and will have to be approved by a 275-member Parliament as well as a 54-member Senate. Both houses, 329 members, will have to approve him. So definitely he has the support of the President, and it's the same members of Parliament who voted in Farmajo who are tasked with endorsing Hassan Ali Khaire. So definitely the President is saying that he wants the members of Parliament to have the confidence they had in him so that they can endorse his pick for Prime Minister.
And Abdulaziz, of course, let's talk about the President's first foreign visit. He is going to Saudi Arabia. Interesting first choice.
Well, quite interesting, and especially a few minutes ago, before we came to this live cross, on his official Twitter account, President Farmajo, who arrived a few hours ago in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, said that he went there for specifically 4 reasons. One, to discuss with Saudi authorities how the Arab Kingdom can support him in his bid to stabilize the country in terms of building a strong and a formidable security force so that it can be able to help AMISOM in liberating other parts of the country that remain under the militant control. And also he talked about development projects. He hopes this Saudi government will help his administration fulfill some of his campaign pledges of creating job or employment opportunities here by creating development projects here in the country. And top of it all, he went there at a crucial time, just one day after his inauguration, where the African leaders who met here in Somalia, that's the President of Kenya and the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, as well as the President of Djibouti. These are four countries rather, that are facing a severe drought, and the President said he is in Saudi Arabia to talk with Saudi authorities on how best to help address the humanitarian crisis here in Somalia before it unfolds into becoming a famine. So those are the four top priorities, and it's quite an interesting choice for the first visit of Somalia. It's an official head of state visit, and he will spend a couple of days there, Lindy.
And we will be watching to see what emerges from this visit. Thanks for those updates. Abdulaziz Billo, live for us there in Mogadishu.